Violas, it's Miss Lawrence again. I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. And this is for the McKinney-Boyd violas. This is the third etude that you got to pick out of that stack of 4. And this is number 32. And let's talk about it and then we'll get to it. So the first thing you need to do is put measure numbers down the side of the page, because I got to talk to you about some specific measures. So take a moment to do that, pause, do what you need to do. We're in the key of F major. You've got B flats throughout here. And I want to talk to you about the finger patterns really quickly when you're in third position. When you're down in first position, you're good. You don't need my help for that. But when we're in third position, which we're in a lot on this piece, you need to make sure you're aware of the pattern. So on the top 2 strings, your A string and your D string, easy cheesy, okay? Your third finger is the critical point on here. Your third finger is going to be the F natural on the A string, and then your third finger is going to be the B flat on the D string. So it's really important that you've got this guy on the top 2 strings in third position. Then when you're on the bottom 2 strings, the C and the G, this is your finger pattern in third position. Okay, so you're going to be playing the high 3 finger pattern. I'm going to hold my music up to the screen real quickly, and you can see I've marked a lot of the high 3s and low 3, like the close 3s and the stretched 3s. So let me hold that up, and you can pause it and do what you will with that. You can see the measure numbers down the side, and then my notes across the bottom to remind you. And then the pink parts are all the times your hand has to move somewhere, whether you're moving to first or you're moving to third. My hand is doing something. So there's lots of third position on this piece. I want to talk to you about a couple of specific measure numbers. So hopefully you've put those in and you've got those all marked. So the first spot I want you to look at is measure 13 and 14. In measure 13, you're in alto clef, and in measure 14, you're going to treble clef. And it looks kind of deceptive because between those 2 measures, it looks like a ginormous leap. It's not. They're right next door to each other. The last note of 13 is a second finger A in third position, and then the next note in treble clef is just a G, 1 note below it. So it's super simple. So let me play for you those 8 notes right there real quick. G. So it's not far away at all. The next place to look at is measure 38. I'll give you a chance to find that. On measure 38, the second note, you're gonna feel a pull to shift down to first position right there. I felt it because it's very natural to do that. You need to stay in third and do a cross. So I would actually write the word cross right there so that I put a 4 over the second note so that I actually reach over. So let me play that for you. I'm gonna start on the second note of 36. It's an open C. Cross. So that I noticed that for myself, so I thought I would share that with you. The next place you need to look at is measure 70. You're going to be playing 1 measure of second position. I think it's funny. Everything is mostly first and third, and then this one little shot of second position. My tip is on the downbeat of 68, keep that note in your ear because that's the same note you're going to play on the downbeat of 70 with your first finger, with your second position root right there. So that'll really help you get that in your ear. So let's see if we can play that real quick. And then the next measure, you're going down to first position, okay? So it's a very brief amount of time. The notes aren't incredibly difficult, but if you're not used to second position, it can feel really weird. My suggestion, whenever possible, if you're having a really hard time of hearing or you're not really sure where the notes are sitting, where you can, stay in first position, because a lot of this you could stay in first position, but you're not allowed to because that's the final product needs to demonstrate all the shifting. As Miss New put, the #1 focus on here is shifting. But play it in first position so you can hear what it's supposed to sound like, and then go back and do it as written in position. I've had students play this kind of stuff where they just decide to do it all in first as best they can, and you need to really pay attention to those fingerings. They take some concentration. That's pretty much it. I was going to demonstrate a little chunk for you, and it was going to be 45 through the downbeat of 57, and that kind of might give you a little bit of an idea. I think I'll also play the beginning for you. So let me do the beginning for the first like 9 bars or so, and then I'll show you that other spot to kind of give you an idea of how to start. And I think they said quarter note equals 120, so here we go. We'll just play the first 8 bars here first. 1, 2, 3. right, so that's the first 8 bars or so. And I have my mute on right now because it usually tends to sound a little bit clearer on the recording, so that's what's going on here. The next place I wanted to show you to give you a little bit longer of a demonstration was going to be measure 45, and we'll stop at the downbeat of 57. Here we go. And then it's back to where it is very similar to the beginning. So I hope that gives you some stuff to start working on. This one is a really excellent etude for a lot of different reasons. The tone is also very important because you're going across all 4 strings and you're demonstrating your strength on the bottom, your strength at the top, your note reading skills. This is a really, really excellent one. So I hope I've given you some helpful tips, and that's all I've got for you for today. So go back to that screenshot that you hopefully took a little bit ago, that pause moment, and mark in all that shifting. That will be really, really helpful for you. And best of luck to all of you. Bye.